Greetings, Keishlings. Keishan Prime here with another power-up video, My Hero Academia, with the Hearing Hero Earphone Jack, aka Kyoka Jiro. I actually came up with more ideas for her than I would have thought, because sound attacks are always one of those that it's like, I mean, they're cool and they're powerful and everything, but it's like, how much variety do you really get? So that was kind of my mindset going in, but a lot of it's mostly equipment based, because that's what gives her like some of her greatest abilities, and then a few abilities to amplify her natural talents. But anyway, the first one is just an audio control panel that's like a wrist mounted, like a holographic kind of thing, you know, projects it up, controls like speaker systems and stuff, because there will be a lot of speakers. So yeah, control the volumes, how much things are amplified, which speakers are on and off. And you're probably thinking, well, she can only hook into certain ones. Well, that segues into the next one, the all jack adapters. I came up with a little mock-up for these. Essentially, it's like two adapters that allow her to hook into her equipment or into the adapters themselves, and then it has a bunch of plugins for all of the various equipment. So that she's always connected and she's not limited to just two devices. Next is EarDar. Essentially, it's like one of those like audio surveillance things. You see them in like spy movies, cop shows, where it has like a little radar dish. I'll have a picture up there in case you're not quite sure. But if she uses one of those, it would expand her already sensitive hearing when she like jacks into a wall or something. So like what she already, you know, can pick up on faint sounds, she can then pick up on faint sounds even further away. A whole new level. It'll be a whole new world. Okay, enough of that. But I can't sing for shit. But anyway, I kind of envision this being like a modified version of like what you can get in real life, except like the dish folds up and it just like can be slipped into a pocket or a holster or something, so it's not always in the way and she doesn't have to hold on to it the whole time. So yeah, that's for like surveillance, like, you know, she's like trying to pick up on villain activity and the like. Next is more combat oriented. It's actually the most combat oriented out of the whole thing, because it started off with, it's called just like a battle guitar or a battle axe. You know how they call like electric guitars axes. It'll be a very durable guitar that she can hook into, use her heartbeat to, you know, get the sound and amplify it and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, coordinate it in such ways. But then it can also be used as a short range weapon, which she's not the strongest character, but during the USJ incident, she did have to use like a little sword or something, so this could maybe play on what she's already done. And finally, of the equipment, we have the sound coat. Yes, I really had a hard time coming up with really unique names for some of this, but basically it'll be like a custom like black trench coat that she can wear that has a bunch of built-in speakers on the front, the back. They're lightweight and thin, so that they like don't weigh her down, but they don't hinder anything, so they kind of flow pretty well, so you don't really know they're there necessarily. So something like that. Now we go into the techniques, which is, the first one is probably the one that I'm most happy with for what I came up with. Okay, to go along with like what she uses her heartbeat to that's her sound production. Well, using the battle guitar, she could make like unique sound waves. Like the one of them I came up with was calm song. Like heroes, they're not necessarily always combat oriented. So like she comes on the scene, and she's actually there to calm the citizens and the victims and stuff in an incident while the villains are being taken care of by more combat oriented people. Or she can also use it to hype up her allies. You know how like music can get you really pumped to do something that you may or may not want to do? Well, now you've essentially got a musical buffer to pump you up. So yeah, that can be used also to maybe like make some of the anxiety also go away, because some people react to music differently. So like, I don't want to be chill, I want to be rocking. You know, it's like, it's screw you villains, and really get the crowd on her side. And then like that's like pumping up the allies in a different way, because you know, like the heroes are already liked by the public, but this could in a way kind of help smooth over certain tensions, especially given like the manga's current standing with how the heroes aren't doing so well in certain regards. The villains are kind of getting that edge, so she could help maybe turn the tables on that a little bit. Next we have trap sound. Using like little miniature like sticky speakers, she can program certain sounds, stick them onto walls and other surfaces, and then using the control panel that I mentioned before, like project certain sounds. And then like say she puts it in an alleyway, kind of like lures in the villains into traps and things of that nature. Kind of just a fun little gadget that she can use. And it could also, like, if it has a microphone function, it could also be used as a spying device. You know, like, say, it's like, we're investigating this area, but just in case the villains come back, I'll just put a few listening devices up. You know, they'll be like little miniature, like the size of a dime. So, and that's about the use for that. Next is Flash Concert. Utilizing the sound jacket. Okay, you've heard of a flasher, someone who opens up their jacket. Well, this is kind of using a kind of principle like that. Okay, she opens up her jacket. She's not a bad looking girl, you know, and once she gets older, I'm sure her attractiveness will skyrocket ever further. You know, some villains might be taken off. It's like, she opening that coat? She opening that coat? Oh, well, let's see the goods. And then it's like, then you just see the speakers and they're like, oh, crap. And then just sound wall their asses. So, yeah. I wouldn't want to get caught up in it. And this can be done like from the front, the back, you know, it's just, but I thought the Flash concept, you know. And also the fact that like Flash Dance is like a spontaneous event where people just start going and dancing and stuff. Well, this is kind of like a musical version of that in a way. And then the final one will be her most powerful attack, which is Output Max. Utilizing all of the speakers built into the trench coat, the ones on her arms, the ones on her boots, all of her speakers, combining them into, and just ups the things on all of them to where they're maximum volume, maximum amplification, and just pours sound out all 360. So yeah, it might be one that you clear out your allies, because otherwise their eardrums might burst. But it's and I guess another thing that she could do is like using radar to like bounce sound off. That one's actually one I just thought about. She could be like a bat. But yeah, the maximum output could be done in such a way where it's just an all-out assault in all directions. Like a shield almost, but just more for an attack purpose. And given how powerful sound can be, good lord, the city might not withhold. They might tell her to turn it down. Noise violations everywhere. But yeah. But yeah, those are just some ideas that I had. Let me know what you thought. I kind of have fun with it. I've done numerous other videos on these kinds of topics. I have a playlist of all my power-up videos. I've got at least one more planned. It's not the best. And sadly, Tekking used one of my ideas. But no one's going to believe that I might have come up with it first, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of the go-to idea for this particular character, so not really bothered by it. If anything, I'm happy that we were on the same wavelength. Wavelength. Jiro. Ha. Funny. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Geisha Prime, and I'll see you next time. Geishlings, roll out.